Sup losers, it's Novely. As an American, we steal a lot of things, and recently I went to Circle K and this person had a script in their hand which was pretty weird. So, as the proud American I am, I stole it. So, let's talk about it. Let me just grab my reading glasses. So, today we're going to be talking about a subculture on YouTube, the commentary community. You either love them or you hate them. But there are several similar communities that have their own problems. The furry community, the makeup YouTubers, Minecraft community, animation memes, but what all these have in common is basic commentators that talk about controversy and dramas within their own specific community. And for the furry community, I fall into this category as I commentate about people and things going on in the fandom, and am subject to these criticisms that I try to stay aware and mindful about. And today, we're going to be talking about the 7 deadly sins of the commentary community. Trademark. Why I call it the 7 deadly sins, you may ask? Because I could only think of 7, and it makes for a catchy title if I do say so myself. Shout out to the homie Jesus Christ. Eventually, I might do the same with the furry fandom, as it certainly has problems of its own to address and possibly changes the community. So, realistically, do you believe furries killed the fandom?
Oh, 100% without a doubt.
When I first started YouTube, that was something I wanted to do without even knowing it was such a heavily saturated subgenre. But the more I watch, the more general themes I see with people who make this type of content and actually sick of their own community due to these ongoing trends. So, I figure I'd mention some of these, maybe some ways to fix them, but mostly it's me talking about some bad approaches YouTubers make and labeling it with a deadly sin. I'm not going to use people as examples because I don't want to label someone, but if you want to label me after this video, that's cool, I guess. Number 1. Pride. Apologizing for absences. This is honestly something that I think is a minor toxic trait everyone who makes content anywhere on the internet eventually develops, and even I fight myself not to constantly do this when I feel like not posting on my social pages and taking some time off, whether it's a day, a week, or a month. People generally do this because they're trying to be kind to the audience and reassure them that they're not abandoning them, that they haven't fallen off the pedestal. And if you're going to be gone a long time, I get it. Things hit the fan sometimes. So, it's fine to tell people that you're going to be AFK, but we should train ourselves that it's fine to mention a break and that you don't need to apologize for it. It just enables a lot of subconscious ideas that you have to share everything with your community, and how sometimes you can share something like, I want to do this by this date, and you don't meet the quota, and that can only really lead to eventual burnout. Number 2. Gluttony. Fourth, fast uploading. It's no secret that every platform prefers fast uploads. Weekly is great, daily is fantastic, and everyone wants to be the first person to talk on a trending topic. But this also brings the quality down significantly. I don't care who you are, unless you're Philip DeFranco, but more or less, the less production time a video gets, the research can be more than lackluster unless you're literally driving yourself into the ground. And even then, developing stories will always have more to it eventually. This means it's so easy to misrepresent a story just because there wasn't enough time to get the full picture. If this is what you do, a way to help is to hire a credible research team. So maybe have an editor and an extra person who will help you write and research videos for them, so there's 3 sets of eyes on the screen. But if you're not very cash money like me, aka you're broke, you can still do all of those things by yourself, but it does take more time than usual, but more time doesn't mean it's not worth it, you know? Number 3. Wrath. There's not much to say on this one. I think it's easy to start disliking someone if they call you out, even if you previously liked their content. I think creators will take one thing they don't like about another creator and use it to minimize everything they've ever said, or to use it against them a lot, and their followers just kind of ride that wave, which brings me to sin number 4. Sloth. Lack of responsibility for their influence. I think that people don't realize how easily their words can inspire action. Some people underestimate, but some overestimate. A YouTuber might give a shout out to their 5 million followers, an account that only 2,000 people end up going to, and maybe 500 end up following. But at the same time, you can misspeak once and send a wave of hate to someone with or without meaning it. So when people speak, they have to speak with their whole chest. Number 5. Lust. So you got a couple of views and subscribers and even some praise for the content you do, but you crave more. You want more likes, more clicks, more videos to get yourself out there. And that is a dangerous mentality to have. If you're just in it for quote unquote clout, your videos could be very subpar if you're just putting as many videos out as possible. And even then, the videos you make could just have some unoriginal thing that a lot of people are doing. Now, I'm not saying every video needs to have a new original idea, but you gotta change previous ideas and format to make it a little different from the rest. For example, instead of the usual roasting your persona videos, why not do people roast my persona video? Like, add a little spice into the mix, you know? Also, it's not a crime to want to get views. I mean, you have to strive to get views if you want to stay relevant on any platform, but at the same time, don't make it your main goal, as you're only really gonna end up disappointing yourself as you always try to chase validation from others. Basically, just make content because it's fun and not for quick views, essentially. Number 6. Envy. There are different ways commentators can display envy, but the main one is either discrediting someone because they're too popular and assuming they're overrated, or looking down on people below you instead of just seeing people as peers, you see them as competition. I don't have competition because I'm physically better than everyone, but that's besides the point, guys. Number 7. Greed. I have no valid way of insinuating anyone in particular for doing this, but it's a concept that literally cannot exist. And that's just people jumping on the bandwagon against someone for their own superficial gains. Dramageddon is a huge example of this.
Making a very important video about a very important topic. I'm desperate. I'm actively searching for younger people to be in a relationship.
Well, yes, it's the makeup guru community. It represents the problem better than any other situation really could. Whether they think the person is at fault or not, they are completely fine talking about them with what they consider die-hard facts, even if they're just half-baked opinions, often in a way to put themselves in the center of the spotlight. But in conclusion, as for any other things, I think people should take into account when commentating on others or even going as far as to cancel them can be addressed in my Is It Fit for a Beware video. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I stole the script. So it's not my video. It's a video from, who is this? Dimple Kicks. More like Dimple Kicks Rocks. Anyways, I thought the 7 sins was a fun way of spinning the topic. I didn't make it towards anyone in particular because all things considered, while I'm not necessarily a commentary channel, I'm not a commentary channel because for the most part, the entire furry fandom has done some commentary at some point and it's present. Everyone has their own 2 cents. But regardless, I think being aware that these things have the potential of happening, first step and maybe having them happen less, but who knows? Maybe I'm missing the point of it all. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Novely, and as always, keep it simple.